I've been talking to a lot of people tonight, both in the Avscan and the Obsbot social media groups, trying to figure out how to get the Tail 2 into the AV-Joy Pro and have the preview work. Okay. And in a session that I had with Avscans on the computer, we were able to figure it out. And I have a procedure that I want to show you guys. Right now, I have it connected, as you can see down here. It's connected group 1, camera 1. And I have it set up as camera 1. But when I hit the preview button, I get the waiting for data, or I get the preview. And when I try to control the camera's moving around. The camera's moving around right here. You can see that it's moving, but the preview hasn't moved. And we got it figured out. Here's the issue. I'll show you the Start app up here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the NDI because I need to get into the media settings, and you can't get into the media settings unless you have that turned off. And right here is the issue. And that is that I'm trying to bring 4K into the controller, and their controller only supports up to 1080. So I'm going to change the settings right here, the NDI, RTSP, and SRT settings to 1080. Once I change that, I'm going to go back and I'm going to turn NDI back on. But even though I've done that, there's an issue. And here's where that comes in. If I go back to the controller, I can control the camera. And even though I turned it to, or changed the setting to 1080, when I hit preview, a still frame, a glitchy preview. The camera still can be controlled, but I'm not getting the preview. And here's the issue. When you try to bring in anything greater than 1080, in my case, it was 4K. When you try to bring it into the controller here, the issue is that the controller throws an error, and it caches that error. And what happens is, no matter if you change the resolution or not on the camera, every time it goes back to the controller, that error is going to prevent it from reading correctly. So here's what you have to do. You have to reset the controller. So I go to System, Reset, Factory. It's going to ask me, do I really want to reset it? Yes, I do. Now, I made sure that I changed the settings in the Obsbot, the Tail 2. I changed those settings. I can't go back to them because I have the NDI clicked on, but I changed those settings under media settings to 1080. Now, when I come back down here to the controller, if I click camera 1 and manage an inquiry, there's nothing there under camera 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to search for NDI, and I'm going to re-add this camera now. The camera, I almost forgot. Before I add the camera, since I reset the controller, the DHCP server is off. I got to actually turn that back on so that I get a new IP address that's in the IP range. In my case, 192.168.1.104. Now it's in the IP range. I can hit save. Let me hit save again. Okay. Now I'm going to go to manage, and I'm going to search. I'm going to search for an NDI camera. It's going to show up there. It is the one over here, the 9.1. I'm going to click that and I'm going to add it. You can see it says Tail 2, NDI. I'm going to click save. And now let's see if I have control of that camera. If we look right here, I'm going to click 1. It's going to say connected successfully, yay. Now I look at the camera, and if you look at the camera, you can see that I'm controlling the camera. Now let's see if it magically connected. I'm going to hit the preview button. And guess what? Now the preview works. That's it. I'm sorry if it's a little long-winded and a little disjointed. I just got done off of the call with them, or the team viewer, and pretty excited to show this to people because I think it's something that is very easily corrected. I also found out during that call that there is some firmware that is greater than the, let me look up here real quick. My camera's firmware, if you bring that camera up here, is currently 7.2.7.1. My understanding is there is a new Tail 2 firmware that they came out with that maybe they're testing or whatever the case is, but they're working with Avkans to get this camera to work properly over the IP protocol and the preview to work the right way. So I hope this helps somebody. If you have any questions, I could try to answer them. I don't have a deep knowledge on IP cameras, but I was able to get this to work, and I was able to actually get it to unwork and then rework again. So I know that it's actually something that's working well. I tried it with the Tail 2. I tried it with the Avkans Go. Then I have the 30K, or I'm sorry, the 30X PTZ camera from Avkan, and it worked perfectly over NDI with the preview. The Tail 2, the latency, I know that's a little bit of an issue. For me, it's not, but it was a little bit of an issue. It's a little bit, it's a little slow, but nothing that's nothing that's going to prevent me from trying to use it. Hope it helped.